Touka finds himself battling powerful monsters like a minotaur and a giant bird. Throughout the fight, Touka repeatedly uses his magical abilities, such as paralyze, sleep, and poison, to gain an advantage over his enemies. However, there is an important limitation: he cannot cast the same technique multiple times on the same target. This adds an additional challenge, as he must find new ways to outsmart his opponents. Touka also faces the exhausting management of his magic points, MP. As he continually uses his abilities, his MP depletes rapidly, leaving him on the brink of physical and mental collapse. In the heat of battle, his MP pouch runs out, putting him in an even more precarious situation. He wonders if he will be able to hold on or if his enemies will defeat him before he can escape. As the battle progresses, Touka realizes that his paralyze skill has leveled up, allowing him to inflict paralysis on more enemies at once. This discovery renews his hope, as it gives him a key advantage over the creatures he faces. However, fatigue and sweat continue to take their toll on him, forcing him to keep casting skills until his MP runs out completely. The situation seems to worsen when he realizes that more enemies keep appearing. Despite this, Touka decides to push on, determined not to give up until the end. He resorts to his stubbornness and continues casting abilities one after another, hoping that the cumulative effects of poison, sleep, and paralyze will finally take down his adversaries. During the climax of the battle, Touka experiences an unexpected surprise: he levels up. This not only recovers his MP but also boosts the power of his skills. This crucial moment revitalizes him and gives him a new chance to fight. Touka casts Paralyze once more, this time with greater strength and range, affecting multiple enemies. As the battle continues, Touka reflects on the fact that leveling up has multiplied his adaptability. This grants him a significant boost in all his attributes, such as attack, defense, energy, agility, and intelligence. With new power at his disposal, Touka feels more confident in his ability to survive and defeat his enemies. In the end, although exhausted and aware that he cannot let his guard down, Touka has a renewed sense of confidence. He realizes that with his current power, he will be able to face whatever comes next and move forward. However, he also knows that his battle is not over and that he needs to find an exit, as well as basic resources like food and water, to ensure his survival in this dangerous environment. Touka, who is exhausted and desperate for food in the midst of a hostile environment filled with dangerous creatures. His ability to use magic, like poison and paralyze, keeps him alive, but at a high cost: his energy drains quickly. As he reflects on his situation, he faces an environment designed to eliminate anyone. Despite the difficulties, his determination keeps him moving forward, fighting against the poison affecting his body and the shape-shifting creatures before his eyes. The crucial moment arrives when Touka, weakened and on the verge of collapse, continues to push forward, determined not to give up. His magical abilities, like paralyze and poison, level up, allowing him to inflict more effective status effects on his enemies. Despite his efforts, he realizes that the environment he is in is draining his energy faster than usual, forcing him to reconsider his approach. However, when he levels up, he realizes that he can keep fighting, gaining strength from each enemy he defeats. In a surprising twist, Touka finds the body of Anglin Badhard, a dark hero sent by the goddess Vicius, who betrayed him and left him to his fate. Through the writings and objects left behind, Touka discovers forbidden knowledge about magic and tools that could be key to his revenge against the goddess. Among these items, he finds a scroll of forbidden magic that, although he cannot read, he knows could be his most powerful weapon in the future. As he moves through the ruins, Touka understands that the battle between the goddess and him is not a fight of good against evil, but of evil against evil. Touka is willing to do whatever it takes to survive and take revenge, even if it leads him down a dark path. He also finds warnings about a creature called the Soul Eater, which adds a new level of danger to his mission. Touka faces the feared Soul Eater, a dangerous creature that has defeated heroes and sages in the past. Aware of his situation, Touka opens his menu and analyzes his stats, which he has maximized on his journey to this battle. He knows that defeating the Soul Eater will be a formidable challenge, as the creature seems to have no weaknesses, and its lethal ray activates every time Touka tries to attack. As he assesses the situation, Touka begins to experience intense pain when he tries to approach the Soul Eater. The creature shows him grotesque visions of the people it has killed, recreating their last moments before dying. Touka understands that the Soul Eater is toying with him, enjoying the agony of its victims. With his morals in conflict, Touka hesitates to use his altered state abilities like paralyze and poison against what appear to be human beings. Though he knows he needs to defeat the creature to survive, he refuses to use these abilities against someone who seems human. Touka's internal struggle intensifies as he fights to remain true to his humanity. Finally, the Soul Eater, confident in its victory, makes the mistake of letting its guard down, giving Touka an opportunity. Taking advantage of his enemy's overconfidence, Touka uses Paralyze, and in a decisive turn, levels up his ability. With the Soul Eater immobilized, Touka unleashes poison to inflict additional damage. Touka's victory is not just physical but also mental. During the battle, he reflects on how he has spent much of his life trying to be a side character, someone normal and good, who avoids hurting others. However, he now realizes that he can no longer pretend. To survive in this brutal world, he must face reality and use his abilities without remorse, even if it means embracing his darker side. After defeating the Soul Eater, Touka levels up again and uses sleep to allow the creature to rest in peace. As the spirits of the Soul Eater's victims congratulate him on his victory, Touka remains steadfast in his purpose to make the goddess Vicius pay for all the suffering she has caused. While he does not feel compelled to accept the mission of avenging the lost souls, he promises that, sooner or later, he will make the goddess pay for her crimes.